What if I told you the world's richest man started with nothing but an old desk and an idea? This is the story of Jeff Bezos, a journey from a small garage in Seattle to changing the way the world shops forever. Jeff Bezos was born in 1964 in the sun-drenched city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. At first glance, his childhood seemed ordinary. There were no silver spoons or inherited fortunes. Instead, there were family dinners, neighborhood streets, and the quiet hum of possibility. But even then, something set him apart. Jeff wasn't just another kid. He was a dreamer, a builder, a relentless question asker. While others played outside, Jeff would tinker with gadgets, inventing contraptions in his parents' garage, his mind always racing ahead of the moment. In the family photos, you can see the spark in his eyes, the curiosity that would one day propel him to unimaginable heights. From an early age, Bezos displayed an insatiable curiosity about how things worked. He would dismantle his crib with a screwdriver at 3, construct homemade alarms to keep his siblings out of his room, and immerse himself in books that described worlds far beyond his own. Space fascinated him. The idea of exploring the unknown drew him in like gravity itself. In school, his teachers noticed that young Jeff wasn't content with easy answers. He wanted to know why and how and what came next. This restless curiosity steered him towards science, technology, and ultimately a future he could scarcely imagine. After excelling in school, Bezos attended Princeton University, where he studied computer science and electrical engineering. Even then, his ambitions stretched beyond the classroom. He saw technology as a way to build, to innovate, to transform. He landed a coveted job on Wall Street, quickly ascending in the world of finance and technology. But despite a promising career, Bezos felt a tug, a sense that he was meant for something bigger, something bold. In 1994, standing at the crossroads of comfort and risk, Jeff Bezos made a decision that would change everything. He quit his high-paying job, packed up his belongings, and drove across the country to Seattle with his wife, Mackenzie. In the trunk, a business plan scribbled on a napkin, a borrowed desk, and a vision for an online bookstore. The garage they rented was small, cluttered, and unremarkable. But inside, something extraordinary was about to begin. From the very first day, Bezos faced obstacles that seemed insurmountable. The internet was new, untested, and few believed it could support a business, much less a retail empire. Investors laughed him out of the room. Friends cautioned him to reconsider. The odds were stacked sky-high against success. But Bezos had developed a philosophy that would guide him through every challenge. Start with the customer and work backwards. Profit could wait. What mattered most was delivering value, building trust, and earning loyalty one order at a time. In those early days, the Amazon team worked long hours in cramped conditions. Stacks of books lined every wall. Employees wore many hats, and stress ran high. Mistakes happened. Servers crashed. Orders were lost. But every setback was met with determination. Bezos drove deliveries himself, answered customer emails, and refused to compromise on his vision. He believed that if he could make buying books online easy, fast, and reliable, the rest would follow. And it did. Slowly at first, then all at once, Amazon began to grow. Word spread. Orders poured in. The garage gave way to a sprawling network of warehouses and offices. By the early 2000s, Amazon wasn't just selling books. Music, movies, electronics, clothes. The selection expanded rapidly. Bezos saw opportunity everywhere. He invested in infrastructure, technology, and logistics, turning Amazon into the backbone of e-commerce. The company introduced innovations that would become industry standards: one-click ordering, user reviews, personalized recommendations, and lightning-fast shipping. Amazon's rise wasn't just a business story. It was a revolution in how people shopped, connected, and lived. Bezos became known for his relentless pursuit of excellence, his willingness to take risks, and his unyielding focus on the long term. The mantra "customer first" echoed through the halls of Amazon, shaping every decision. Critics called him ruthless. Admirers called him visionary. But nobody could deny the impact of his work. As Amazon soared, Bezos's ambitions expanded beyond Earth itself. He remembered those childhood dreams of space, the wonder, the possibility, the challenge. In 2000, he founded Blue Origin, a private aerospace company dedicated to making space travel accessible for future generations. The project was secretive at first, but its aims were audacious: reusable rockets, lunar landers, and a future in which millions could live and work in space. Blue Origin's journey was not without setbacks. Rockets failed, tests ended in fiery explosions, and skeptics questioned the wisdom of spending billions on such a distant goal. But Bezos pressed on, driven by the belief that humanity must venture beyond the planet. He poured resources, intellect, and passion into the company, assembling a team of engineers and dreamers who shared his vision. With each launch, Blue Origin moved closer to its goal, proving that space was not just for astronauts and governments, it was for everyone. Today, Jeff Bezos stands at the intersection of commerce and exploration, his legacy carved into the landscape of modern life. Amazon touches millions of lives every day, powering businesses and households around the globe. Blue Origin inspires new generations to look up and wonder what's possible. Through relentless innovation, tireless work, and an unwavering belief in the power of dreams, Bezos has built a global empire from the humblest of beginnings. His story is more than a tale of wealth or success. It's a testament to the power of vision, perseverance, and bold thinking. From a garage with an old desk to a launch pad reaching for the stars, Bezos proves that big dreams start small. Every breakthrough begins with a single step, a leap of faith, a willingness to embrace the unknown. So, who's the next dreamer? Maybe it's you. Maybe your idea, your passion, your willingness to take risks will shape the future. Jeff Bezos' journey reminds us all: think big, stay curious, put the customer first, and never be afraid to dream beyond the horizon. Subscribe for more stories of visionaries. The world is waiting for the next great idea. Will it be yours?